I'm called the Irish Storyteller. In this video, I'm going to continue the story of Cú Chulainn, or Sétanta as he was known as a child. I'm going to tell you the story about how he got his name Cú Chulainn, or the Hound of Culann. So by the age of 7, Sétanta had established himself as the leader of the young apprentice warriors, and everybody had a lot of respect for him, also feared him in many ways. The king, Conor MacNassa, was invited to a feast by Cullen, his blacksmith, one evening. And on the way, he could only really invite a certain amount of people because Cullen's fort was quite small. But he was walking past a pitch where he looked on at all the boys playing hurling, and again he was impressed by his nephew, Sétanta, how he ran past all the players, scored a goal, and he just thought, wow, this boy really is special. So he said, I'm going to show him off to Cullen and all the other warriors. He said, Sétanta, why don't you come and join us for the feast? And Sétanta thought, you know what, I'm having too much of a good time. I'm okay, thank you very much. I'll tell you what, I'll join later on. So Conor, who was not surprised by this cheekiness of Sétanta, says, okay, that sounds good, Sétanta, see you later. So Conor MacNassa walks towards the fort of Cullen, and they arrive in there, and they're welcomed with open arms by Cullen, and he gives them plenty of wine, roast pork, roast lamb. They feast, they've had a few drinks. Conor forgets about Sétanta, that he had invited him. And Cullen goes up to the king and says, enjoy yourselves, relax, and don't worry about protection. I'm going to unleash my hound now. He's going to protect the fort. He's a massive, ferocious hound. He has to be held by 3 strong men using 3 chains. And we're going to let him off, and everything will be fine. Nobody's going to attack us here. So he lets off this wild hound. Conor forgotten about Sétanta. And Sétanta leaves the game. He walks to the fort of Cullen. And he does not expect to be met by this vicious-looking hound who attacks Sétanta. Sétanta grabs the hound by the throat, throws him against the wall, but the hound attacks again. Sétanta grabs his hurley stick and his ball. He strikes the ball. The ball lands into the throat of the hound, killing it instantly. Now, inside the fort, Conor spilt his wine as he could hear this commotion, and he suddenly remembered, oh my God, Sétanta, I forgot I invited him. He's going to be ripped to shreds. So they run out of the fort expecting to see bits of Sétanta everywhere, but actually they see him standing there with his hurley stick. And he thinks, thank God, Sétanta, I thought you were gone. Cullen was not so happy. He walks out and sees his dead hound, and he cries. He thinks, oh my God, this hound protected us for years. You know, it was so difficult to raise a hound like this. Who's going to protect my stocks and my crops now? Sétanta, who felt sorry for Cullen, said, look, don't worry about it. I'll be your hound until you can raise a new hound to look after the fort. Cathal, who was the druid of Conor MacNassa, he saw this and he thought, wow, yes, this boy will be your hound. And from now on, he will no longer be known as Sétanta. He will be known as Cú Chulainn, or the Hound of Culann.